Today I'm going to be talking about Empress Gin, or probably better known as that purple gin you see on the back bar of every single bar, but you don't really know what it is, you don't know why it's purple, and you don't know what drinks to make with it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Donnelly. The Spirits Educator is a digital education platform and trade resource for the distilled spirits industry. My aim is to provide in-depth spirits information, brand transparency, and category education for distributor sales teams, hospitality and service industry members, and motivated enthusiasts. I currently work for a major wine and spirits distributor. My work here on the Spirits Educator is completely unaffiliated with my current employer. I'm going to be referencing a script that I wrote so I can communicate all this information correctly. If you would like to read my full write-up on the brand, I'll include a link below in the description. Empress 1908 Gin is made by Victoria Distillers, located in Sydney on the east coast of Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. Established in 2008, the waterfront distillery houses the copper pot stills used to make Empress Gin. It is one of Canada's oldest small batch spirits companies. The gin was inspired by the famous afternoon tea service at the historic Fairmont Empress Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia, located just 30 minutes south of the distillery. Built in 1908, thus the name 1908, the Fairmont Empress Hotel overlooks the inner harbor in Victoria and is known for its stately Victorian architecture, picturesque setting, and regal afternoon tea service. This iconic legendary destination has hosted travelers, dignitaries, and royalty for over a century. The hotel's signature blend is a selection of seasonal quality teas from Assam in northeast India, the south of India, Sri Lanka, and China, created exclusively by the Metropolitan Tea Company. Both floral and fruity, the tea has become one of the 8 botanicals used in the Empress 1908 Indigo Gin. The production process for Empress Gin looks like this. 6 botanicals, juniper, grapefruit peel, coriander seed, cinnamon bark, rose petal, and ginger root, are macerated overnight before distillation in small batches in copper pot stills. The last 2 botanicals, the Empress Blend Tea and Butterfly Pea Blossom, are infused post-distillation to maintain their delicate flavors and signature indigo color, before the final product is bottled at 85 proof or 42.5% ABV. The main reason Empress stands out in the gin category is its unmistakable color from the butterfly pea blossom, which causes the gin to change from deep indigo to bright lavender or soft pink, depending on the mixer. In addition to the color, this botanical provides warm, herbal earthiness and a soft, delicate texture. It plays a similar role to Angelica, which is widely used in other gins. No artificial colors or stabilizers are used, so the indigo color will gradually fade over time, but the flavors will not. It's essential that you store your bottle of Empress Gin away from the sunlight, just like a bottle of wine. This will help prevent the acceleration of color loss. Next, let's talk about some of the distillery's sustainability practices. A distillery requires significant energy and water, so the brand actively works to reduce its environmental impact whenever possible. Victoria Distillers uses an energy-saving, closed-loop system that recaptures the heat from their water and delivers it to their neighbor, the Sydney Pier Hotel. Using their geothermal system, they save approximately 7,000 liters, or around 1,500 gallons of water, and transfer 850,000 BTUs of energy to the hotel with every distillation. This energy keeps the hotel rooms warm, reduces their carbon footprint, and prevents wasting precious water. Just some final personal thoughts before we get into the individual products. The Empress 1908 Indigo Gin allows professional and amateur bartenders to create simple, beautiful, and delicious cocktails. Much like the hotel that inspired it, Empress Gin aims to exemplify a perfect balance of traditional elegance and modern sophistication. Within the last few years, Empress Gin was purchased by the Austin-based company Milestone Brands. Milestone is the parent company for many brands, including Dulce Vida Tequila, Campo Bravo Tequila, Empress now, Bitter Bianca, which is another product actually made at the Victoria Distiller, so made by the same distiller makes Empress. I'm not going to talk about it today, but maybe I'll talk about it in a future video. They also own Naranja, which is a Mexican-based orange liqueur, Dirty Monkey, which is a peanut butter banana flavored whiskey, and the American-born Moonshine brand. So they have a very interesting and diverse portfolio. Enough talking about it. Let's taste it. So you can maybe see. Yeah, look at that beautiful color. It's got a nice nose. Subtle, but nice. All right, let's see how it tastes on the palate. It's got a ton of flavor. Ton of flavor. Ton of complexity. You would think because of the color that there's not going to be as much juniper on the palate. You know, you need juniper to legally make it a gin. Some gins really downplay the juniper flavor, so think like Hendrick's. And more traditional gins, often referred to as London dry gins, are going to be super juniper forward. You know, it's going to be like a pine tree. You know, I say this is a modern style gin, and juniper definitely isn't the primary flavor, but there's still quite a bit of juniper in here. So I think if you're super adverse to juniper, or you really consider yourself not a gin drinker, this gin might not be for you. I'm trying this straight up, but everyone's going to be mixing this in a cocktail. So just by itself, there's a ton of complexity here, a ton of layers of flavor, not too boozy, really, really tasty, good finish, good juniper flavor, but not too much juniper. Let's compare pricing and see if I think it's worth it. I live here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I'm going to be referencing Oklahoma pricing, but every market's different. Please check your local liquor store for pricing on this. And Empress is available in multiple different sizes. I'm just going to be quoting $7.50 pricing. A $7.50 bottle of Empress is going to retail somewhere between, let's call it $35 and $37. And so, do I think this bottle is worth $35 to $37? I definitely do. I think the flavor you get, I think the options it gives you in terms of mixability and cocktails this is a no-brainer. I think this product is super unique. It's really special. I know there's a bunch of knockoffs at this point, but you know, this is the original, and I really, really think it's worth the money. The next product in the Empress portfolio is the Elderflower Rose Gin. So you can see much different color. Again, similar packaging, beautiful color, but much different color than the dark indigo for the Indigo Gin. Before I taste this product, let me tell you a little about it. The Empress Elderflower Rose is a 9 botanical gin with all natural color. It is Victoria Distiller's first line extension from the original Indigo Gin. This product was inspired by and pays homage to Victoria, British Columbia, called the City of Gardens because the flowers bloom nearly year-round. 8 botanicals, including cinnamon bark, coriander, elderflower, juniper, lavender, orange peel, orris root, and red rose petals are macerated overnight before distillation. Rose petals and black carrots are infused post-distillation to maintain their delicate flavors and striking ruby color. Then the final product is also bottled at 85 proof or 42.5% ABV. In addition to color, the black carrots also add a layer of sweetness with an earthy complexity. All right, let's taste it. So as you can see, beautiful color, all natural color. It's got a really nice nose. I would say it's about the same complexity as the Indigo Gin. Let's see how it tastes on the palate. And I would say it does taste different. Not strikingly different, but definitely you can tell, like, you know, if you were drinking this blind and you couldn't tell the color difference, this product drinks slightly different than the Indigo. And obviously slightly different flavor profile and different color allows you to have different tasting and different looking cocktails. All three products that I'm going to talk about today are actually line priced in my market. So a $7.50 of the Elderflower Rose, just like the Indigo Gin, is going to be between, call it $35 and $37 retail. So is the Elderflower Rose worth it? You know, if I had to pick, I would go with the original. I think it has slightly better flavor. I think the color is better. I don't know. There's something to me between these two products that I much more gravitate to the original, the Indigo. And the Indigo is obviously definitely more popular. So they're both line price. If you're a fan of the brand or you're a fan of gin and you've had the Indigo quite a bit and you just want something new and something different, then yes, this product is definitely worth it. But if you only had to pick one, I would recommend go with the original. And the final product in the Empress lineup is the Cucumber Lemon Gin. And as you'll notice, this is the first gin from Empress that is clear. So it is not colored. Most gin is clear. So this is falling much more in line with the regular gin category. Again, beautiful packaging. And you know, I hope the packaging comes through on this video, but they're very heavy bottles and they're very beautiful and kind of sleek, elegant bottles. So, you know, this is a premium gin. It's a premium price gin. And I think the packaging, the look, the feel of it really represents that premium, sophisticated presentation. The Cucumber Lemon is the newest innovation from Empress, and it came to my home market of Oklahoma somewhere within the last year. And, you know, I tasted this product when it first came out, but I can't quite remember. So I'm excited to try it again here on camera. And I'm just going to read a little blurb from the brand. The Empress 1908 Cucumber Lemon Gin brings another unique and beautifully balanced palette to our award-winning Empress 1908 Gin lineup. I'm going to read through some descriptions of each of the botanicals that the brand provides. The Garden Cucumber. Cucumber offers a distinctively refreshing and crisp flavor profile. It provides an unmistakable freshness and a clean, crisp finish that pairs beautifully with the gin's other unique botanicals. Next is the lemon peel. The lemon peel's vibrant, zesty, and bold citrus notes offered a burst of lively flavor to our gin. It balances beautifully with the orange peel and the garden cucumber notes. The juniper. Can't have gin without juniper. Juniper, the quintessential gin botanical, provides a bright base for our Empress Cucumber Lemon Gin's flavor to rest. Orange peel lends a delicate juiciness and mouthfeel. It plays wonderfully with lemon peel and subtle floral notes and illuminates the spices. Jasmine is a unique botanical distinguished by its soft, fragrant floral essence. Often found in tea, it can provide a subtle sweetness. Cardamom has a warm and aromatic spice profile that blends beautifully with citrus and floral notes. It adds a delightful complexity to this gin. And again, I'll leave a link below with some cocktail recommendations because, you know, between these three products, the amount of different gin cocktails you can make is endless. It should be no surprise that this product was probably created to compete directly with Hendrick's. Hendrick's is often credited with kind of bringing the gin category back into popularity. It is definitely a modern style gin that is meant to minimize the juniper flavor while highlighting that kind of fresh citrus and floral notes that people seem to like. Whether you think you like gin or not, most people agree that they love Hendrick's. I personally love Hendrick's. I think it's incredibly versatile. It's owned by the Scottish parent company William Grant. And the signature flavor profile of Hendrick's is cucumber and rose essence. That's done at the very end, post-distillation, and it really, really gives it this unique flavor profile that pairs really, really well with, no surprise, you know, cucumber cocktails, cucumber garnishes. So the idea, so for Hendrick's, it's cucumber and it's rose petal. And so for this, you know, you have cucumber and lemon. The fact that this product is not colored, it's just a clear gin. Hendrick's is a clear gin. So Empress is already kind of dominating the gin category with the Indigo because it is so unique. Again, there are some competitors, but the Indigo Gin is the original. So it probably shouldn't be too surprising that the Cucumber Lemon Gin is trying to go after Hendrick's and maybe steal some Hendrick's drinkers, or maybe some Hendrick's drinkers want to try something new. So I tried this when it first launched. It's been a while. I don't really remember how it tastes, so I'm going to taste it again here on camera. And I have a brand new bottle. So as you can see, water white, just like a normal gin. Again, I'm trying all these by themselves because I really want to taste the flavors, but no one's drinking gin neat, These are all going to be mixed in a cocktail. Now, my personal recommendation, a lot of people think they don't like gin, but really they just don't like tonic water. So my recommendation is get a good gin, especially kind of a more modern style gin where the juniper flavor isn't the dominant flavor, and just add a good club soda or sparkling water and a little squeeze of citrus, lemon, lime, grapefruit. And that's really all you need. A good gin just needs to be supported by, a good, strong club soda or, well-carbonated sparkling water and a little bit of citrus. And, you can dress it up with some cool garnishes. Obviously, there's a ton of classic gin cocktails. Gin is endlessly flexible and so much more interesting than vodka. I never understood why people drink vodka when they could just drink gin or even silver tequila. And it's a much more interesting product, even if you're drinking it simply just with soda. It's a nice, very subtle nose. Let's see how it tastes on the palate. That's really good. Again, much more subtle on the palate than the other two, but there is a lot of flavor there, different types of flavors, but they're really subtle and really well integrated. This is really tasty. I would say if you don't consider yourself a gin drinker, then I would maybe start with this. This product is surprisingly similar to Hendrick's. Obviously, they are different and they have slightly different flavor profiles, but it's very approachable. And so if you don't consider yourself a gin drinker and you want to try something that isn't Hendrick's, I think this would be a great option. It's tasty, very subtle, and that lemon cucumber is nice. It just gives it this freshness, but again, very subtle. Let me check the proof. Yep, same proof, 85 proof, 42.5% ABV. I would say this is perhaps even less boozy. Not that any of them are boozy, but this is even less boozy than the others. So this is really tasty. Again, the flavor is not as big and bold and unique. This tastes much more similar to those kind of stereotypical, more modern gins like Hendrick's. I think if you like modern style gin or you drink Hendrick's, you will like this. And I think if you don't think you like gin, then this product might just be for you. Oh yeah, and of course, let me check my pricing. Is it worth it? As we mentioned earlier, all three of these are line price. So in my home market of Oklahoma, this is going to retail somewhere between, let's call it $35 and $37. Is it worth it? And yeah, I'd say this product's worth it. I think it's worth it maybe once. There's so much good gin out there. So, I mean, kind of like bourbon, you get to be really picky at every single price point. For $35, I think it's worth buying this product at least once. The nice thing about Empress is it comes in a bunch of different sizes. I think it comes in a 375, like the small bottles, a regular 750, and then even a liter. And then just recently in my market, they rolled out the 175, the really large bottle for the Indigo, if you're a really serious Empress drinker. But if you're not sure and you want to try these, ask your local liquor store if they carry the 375s or would be willing to order a 375 for you. So that way you can try it and you're not committing to the full normal size 750 bottle. But I think all three of these products, for the most part, are worth the money. I think they're interesting. I think they're unique. I think you can create a wide range of cocktails. I'm a big fan of the Empress brand, because it's no surprise that with the popularity of Empress that they keep releasing new line extensions. So I have no idea what's next from the brand. I think the three products that are out are different enough that each of them kind of own their own space within the gin category. And so whether you think you like gin or whether you don't, I think you should give all 3 of these a try. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you even learned something. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, if you'd like to be notified whenever I have new content on my website or this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my email newsletter. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you'd like to support this channel further, please consider becoming a Patreon member or gift me a cocktail through the link below in the description. Thank you so much for your support, and as always, please drink responsibly.